Good morning, students. In the last class, were solving problems on weighted aggregative price index numbers. So, few problems we are going to solve in today's class as well. So, the problem is compute suitable index numbers, suitable index number from the following data. From the following data, and the information given to us are commodities, next P1, P0 and Q1. Commodities are 1, 2, 3, 4. Next P1. P1 is nothing but price of current year. It is 6, 4, 5 and 2. 6, 4, 5 and 2. Next P0. P0 is nothing but price of base year. It is 5, 3, 4 and 2. Next Q1. Q1 means quantities of current year. It is 30, 15, 18 and 10. So this is the information given in the question, and we are asked to compute suitable index number. They have not specified whether we have to calculate quantity index number or price index number. See, one thing you have to note. Suppose if nothing is specified here, it is not specified whether it is value index number, quantity index number or price index number. Simply it is given as index number. If it is given like that, then you have to think that it is price index number. And we have to see which price index number we can calculate or compute with the help of given information. So the information given to us, we are provided with the information of prices of current year, prices of base year and quantities of current year. So in which price index number quantities of current year is used as weight. So when you see in last year's index number, quantities of base year is used as weight, but in past year's price index number, quantities of current year is used as weight. So as quantities of current years are given, we are going to calculate past year's price index number. So prices of both year is given because that is base year as well as current year, and current year quantity is given. So with the help of this information, we can calculate past year's price index number. So in the solution, we are going to write it as here current year quantities alone are given along with prices. So we can construct or compute past year's price index number. Past year's price index number. Past year's price index number. So now for calculating past year's price index number in the solution, again we are going to draw the table once again. So the first column is commodity, that is 1, 2, 3 and 4. Next column is P1. So P1 values are 6, 4, 5 and 2. Next we are provided with the prices of base year 5, 3, 4 and 2. Next quantities of current year So past is price index number is, past is price index number is, formula is P01 P is equal to summation of P1 Q1 divided by summation of P0 Q1 into 100. So first of all we should calculate P1 Q1. So the next column will be P1 Q1. So P1 Q1 is, we are going to multiply P1 column with Q1 column, 6 into 30. So it is 180. Next 4 into 15, it is 60. Next 5 into 18, it is 90. Then 2 into 10, 20. Make the total, because we need total of P1 Q1, summation of P1 Q1. When you make the total comes to 350. Next you need summation of P0 Q1. So the next column will be P0 Q1. So P0 Q1 means you are going to multiply P0 column with Q1 column. 5 into 30. 5 into 30 it is 150. Next 3 into 15 it is 45. Next 4 into 18 70. Then 2 into 10 20. Now we are going to make the total of this column P0 Q1. When you make the total comes to 287. Now you can easily substitute this value in the formula. So the formula is summation of P1 Q1. So summation of P1 Q1 is 300. P1 Q1 total 350 divided by summation of P0 Q1. P0 Q1 total is 287 into 100. So when you divide it and multiply it with 100, the answer comes to 121.95%. So this is past year's price index number for the given information, that is 121.95. So similar kind of problem we have solved in the previous class, where we are provided with the information of prices of base year, prices of current year, and you were provided with the quantities of base year, not quantities of current year. So when quantities of base year is given, you can calculate last year's price index number, that we have solved in the previous class. Now here as the quantities of current year is given, so we have calculated past year's price index number. Now we will move forward. Last year's price index number. Calculate last year's price index number for the following data. And the information given to us, and give your conclusion. And they have told us to give the conclusion. Give your conclusion. And the information given to us are, first column is items, that is A, B, C, D and E. 5 items are given. Next information is price in 2004. Price in 2004. Price in 2004 is 5, 4, 6, 8 and 2. Next, we are provided with the prices in 2006. Prices in 2006 is Next, expenditure in 2004. Expenditure in 2004. That is nothing but base year expenditure is given. That is 30, 16, 48, 72 and 4. So this is the information given to you, and you are asked to calculate last year's price index number. So for calculating last year's price index number, you want the formula is summation of P1 Q0 divided by summation of P0 Q0 into 100. So here prices of 2004 and 2006 is given. So 2004 is a base year and 2006 is current year. So base year price is denoted by P0 and current year price is denoted by P1. And then expenditure in 2004. So 2004 is base year. So what is expenditure? Expenditure is nothing but value. So expenditure is equal to P0 Q0 because it is base year expenditure. So P0 Q0. Expenditure is equal to price into quantity. As here in this question we are provided with the expenditure of 2004, that is base year expenditure. So base year expenditure is denoted by P0 Q0. So P0 Q0 is given. So for in the formula we need P1 Q0 as well. P1 is there but Q0 is not given. So first of all we are going to calculate Q0. So in the solution here expenditure in 2004, that is base year, is given. So first of all, so we should calculate quantities of base year. Quantities of base year. So quantities of base year is denoted by Q0. Therefore, expenditure is equal to price into quantity. We need quantity, so quantity is equal to, so quantity are going to keep it like this. When you carry this price to this side, into will become divided by. So expenditure divided by price. Expenditure divided by price. So quantity is equal to expenditure divided by price. Now we can calculate the quantity of base year. So with the same table, first column is items. A, B, C, D and E. Next, we are provided with the prices of base year. It is denoted by P0. Prices of base year are 5, 4, 6, 8 and 2. Next, prices of current year is denoted by P1, 7, 3, 8, 10 and 1. Next, we are provided with expenditure of base year. So expenditure of base year is nothing but P0 Q0. So this is P0 Q0. Expenditure of base year. So it is 30, 16, 48, 72 and 4. Now we will calculate base year. As we have stated here, we are going to calculate base year quantity. So Q0 is equal to P0 Q0 is there with us. So P0 Q0 divided by P0. So P0 Q0 gets cancelled. Remaining is only Q0. P0 Q0 divided by P0. So P0 Q0 is 30 divided by P0. These two columns we are going to divide. 30 divided by 5. It is 6. 16 divided by 4. It is 4. Then 48 divided by 6. It is 8. Then 72 divided by 8. It is 9. 4 divided by 2 is 2. We have calculated Q0. Now we will write the formula of last year's price index number. year's price index number is. Price index number is. So the formula is P01 is equal to summation of P1 Q0 divided by summation of P0 Q0 into 100. So we are provided with the information of P0 Q0. So P0 Q0 total we need. We are going to make the total of P0 Q0 column. So when you make the total of P0 Q0, the total comes to 170. Next, you are going to calculate P1 Q0. P1 Q0 is not given. So we have to calculate it. So P1 Q0 is the next column. P1 Q0 means you are going to multiply P0 with Q0. Just come whatever we have calculated it from P0 Q0. So 7 into 6, it is 40. Next 3 into 12. Then 8 into 8, it is 60. 9 into 10, 90. 2 into 1, 2. You have to make the total of all these values. When you make the total comes to 210. Now we can easily substitute these values in this formula. So summation of P1 Q0. Summation of P1 Q0 is 210 divided by summation of P0 Q0. That means P0 Q0 total, it is 170 into 100. So when you divide and multiply it with 100, the answer comes to 123.53%. 123.53%. So this is the last year's price index number that we have calculated from the given information. The only difference is here expenditure is given. Quantities of base year is not given. Instead of that, expenditure is given. So first of all, expenditure of base year is nothing but P0 Q0. From this we have to calculate Q0. So how to calculate Q0? Q0 can be calculated by dividing P0 Q0 with P0. So that we have calculated. Then according to the formula we have made the further calculation and we have got the answer as 123.53. After calculating, we are also asked to give the conclusion. So what conclusions you are going to give? See, if suppose price index number that we have calculated is less than 100, then it means there is a decrease in price level from current year, base year to current year. But here the price index number is more than 100. How much percentage is more? Base year price index number always it will be 100. That I have told you in the beginning itself. So how much it is more than 100? It is 23.53% more. That means the prices, you can write the conclusion as, I'll write it here. You can write the conclusion as there is 23 extra than 100. 23.53% increase in price level. So we can write it as there is 23.53% increase in the price level because it is price index number. So like this you are going to calculate the last year's price index number. Now we will move forward and solve simple problems that may be asked for 2 marks in the examination. So these are the 5 marks problems. Now we will solve small problems that may be asked for 2 marks. So the problem is given summation of P0 Q0 is equal to 400 and summation of P1 Q0 is equal to 300. Construct suitable index number and comment. So this is the question. They have given summation P0 Q0 is equal to 400 and summation P1 Q0 is equal to 300 and we are asked to construct a suitable index number. They have not specified which index number to calculate, but they have given the information. So with the help of given information, we are going to identify which index number you are going to calculate. See, the information given are summation of P naught Q naught and summation of P1 Q naught. Now we are going to see in which index number formula these two informations are used. See, here Q naught, that means base year quantities are used as weight. Q naught and Q naught, that means base year quantities are used as weight. In last year's price index number, base year quantities are used as weight. That's why we are going to calculate last year's price index number. So in the solution, you can write it as, since summation of P naught Q naught and summation of P1 Q naught are given, so we compute last year's price index number. Last year's price index number. That is, last year's price index number is equal to summation of P1 Q naught divided by summation of P naught Q naught into 100. So summation of P1 Q naught is given. Summation of P1 Q naught is 300 divided by summation of P naught Q naught is also given. It is 400 into 100. So when you divide it and multiply it with 100, the answer comes to 75%. Now you are also asked to comment on the result. So here you are going to see the result. The price index number is 75. Whether it is more than 100 or less than 100, it is less than 100. That means there is a decrease in price level. So how many percent decrease is there? From 100 it is 25% less. 75 means from 100 it is 25% less. So we are going to write it, the conclusion as, thus the level of price in the current year decreased by how many percent? 25%. We are going to see 75 is the price index number. From 100, how many percent it is less? It is 25% less. So there is a it is decreased by 25% as compared to base year. As compared to base year. So like this you are going to calculate if any information is given in the question. With the help of given information, you are going to decide which index number you are going to calculate. Now we will solve next problem. Similar kind of problem we are going to solve. Given summation of P naught Q1 is equal to 750 and summation of P1 Q naught Q1 is equal to 900. Calculate suitable index number and comment. Calculate suitable index number and comment. So this is the question. You are provided with the information of summation P naught Q1 and summation P1 Q1. So here Q1, that means current year quantities are used as weight. So in which index number current year quantity is used as weight? In past year's price index number, current year quantities are used as weight. So we are going to consider past years, or we are going to calculate past year's price index number. So in the solution, here as summation of P naught Q1 and summation of P1 Q1 are given, we are going to calculate, we can calculate past year's price index number. Price index. that is fastest price index number formula is P0 is equal to summation of P1 Q1 divided by summation of P0 Q1 into 100. So summation of P1 Q1 is 900 divided by summation of P0 Q1 is 750 into 100. So when you divide it and multiply it with 100, the answer comes to 120%. 120%. So now we are going to we are asked to comment on the result. So result is 120. That means it is more than 100. How many percent it is more? 20% more than 100. That means there is an increase in the price level from current year to this year. So we can write the conclusion as the price level in current year has increased by how many percent? Increased by 20%. It is 20% more than 100. So 20% as compared to base year. As compared to base year. So this is the solution. In the previous problem, current year base year quantity was given. So we have calculated last year's price index number. But here, as current year quantities are given as base, they have calculated past year's price index number. Now we will solve the next problem. The next question is, if last year's index number is 130.6 and fastest price index number is is 125.4. Find Dawkish Bowlus and Fisher's index number. So this is the question. We are provided with the information of last year's price index number and past year's price index number, and we have to calculate Dawkish Bowlus and Fisher's index number. So you know that if last year's and past year's price index number is given, easily we can calculate Dawkish Bowlus and Fisher's index number. In the beginning of this topic itself, I have explained you Dawkish Bowlus index number is half of last year's price index number and past year's price index number, whereas that is arithmetic mean of last year's price index number and past year's price index number, whereas Fisher's index number is geometric mean of last year's price index number and past year's price index number. So in the solution, we are going to write given. What is given to us? First of all, last year's price index number is given, that is P01L is equal to 130.6, and then we are provided with past year's price index number, that is P01P is equal to how much? 125.4. So from this information, we will calculate Dawkish Bowlus price index number. So Dawkish Bowlus price index number is arithmetic mean of last year's and past year's price index number, that is half of last year's index number plus past year's index number, that is half of last year's index number is 130.6 plus past year's price index number is 125.4. Half of, when you add these two, you get the total as 256, and when you make the half of this, when you calculate the half of 256, it is 128%. Dawkish Bowlus price index number is 128%. 98%. Now we will calculate Fisher's index number. So Fisher's index number is geometric mean of last year's and past year's price index number. That is last year's index number into square root of last year's index number and past year's index number. So which is equal to square root of last year's index number is 130.6, whereas past year's index number is 125.4. So when you multiply, that is square root of 16,377.24, and when you calculate the square root of this value, you will get the answer as 127.97%. So this is Fisher's index number. The Darvish-Wallace index number is 128 and Fisher's index number is 127.97. Now the next problem is, if past year's price index number is equal to 190.6, Darvish-Wallace price index number is 200.4, then find last year's price index number. Last year's price index. So here we are provided with the information of past year's price index number and Darvish-Wallace index number, and we are asked to calculate last year's price index number. So you know that in Darvish-Wallace price index number, we are going to calculate the arithmetic mean of last year's and past year's price index number. So with the help of Darvish-Wallace price index number formula, we can calculate last year's price index number. So here in the solution, here we can find last year's price index number by applying Darvish-Wallace price index formula. Darvish-Wallace index formula. So the formula of Darvish-Wallace price index number is, so Darvish-Wallace price index number is equal to arithmetic mean of last year's and past year's price index number. That is half of last year's price index number plus past year's price index. Now we will substitute the value. Darvish-Wallace price index number is given. It is 200.4, which is equal to half of last year's price index number we have to calculate. So write as it is. Last year's price index number plus past year's price index number is 190.6. Now first of all, we will carry this half to the left hand side. When you carry this divided by 2 to left hand side, it will become into 2. So 200.4 into 2, which is equal to last year's price index number plus 190.6. Now when you multiply 200.4 into 2, it will be 400.8. Is equal to last year's price index number plus 190.6. Now I will solve it here. We will keep this last year's price index number as it is here, and when you carry this number to left hand side, plus will become minus. So last year's price index number is equal to 400.8, and you are going to carry this to that side, it becomes minus 190.6. So when you deduct it, the answer will be 210.2. So last year's price index number is 210.2%. So with the help of Darvish-Wallace price index formula, we have calculated last year's price index number. Now we will solve the last problem of this class. It is, if last year's price index number is equal to 96.8 and Fisher's price index number is equal to 97.6, then find So here we are provided with the information of last year's price index number and Fisher's price index number, and we are asked to calculate past year's price index number. You know that Fisher's price index number is the geometric mean of last year's price index number and past year's price index number. That is, Fisher's price index number is equal to square root of last year's price index number into past year's price index number. So with the help of Fisher's index number, we can calculate past year's price index number. So the solution, first of all, we are going to write it as we can find past year's price index number with the help of Fisher's index number formula. Fisher's index number formula. So Fisher's index number formula is P01F is equal to geometric mean of last year's and past year's price index number. That is P01L into P01P. So which is equal to. So Fisher's price index number is given. It is 97.6. So write it as it is. Below Fisher's price index number 97.6. Then square root of last year's index number is 96.8 into past year's price index number we have to calculate. So write as it is. Past year's price index number. Now first of all we are going to carry the square root to left hand side. When square root comes to this side it becomes square. So 97.6 square is equal to 96.8 into past year's price index. Square of 97.6 is 9525.76 is equal to 96.8 into past year's price index. Now we will calculate past year's price. We will take this past year's price index number here itself and carry this number to that side. Into will become divided. When you carry this number to that side, into will become divided by. So it is past year's price index number is equal to 9525.76. This will be divided by 96.8. So when you divide it, the answer comes to 98.41%. So we have calculated past year's price index number with the help of Fisher's price index number formula. So like this we have to calculate whenever two information or two index numbers are given and one you have to calculate. Either they will give Dorbish-Bowlus index number or Fisher's index number, and you can easily calculate last year's or past year's index number from Dorbish-Bowlus and Fisher's price index number formula. You know that Dorbish-Bowlus price index number is arithmetic mean of last year's price index number and past year's price index number, whereas Fisher's index number is geometric mean of last year's price index number and past year's price index number.